And then went inside JJ because Giannis ran in y'all locker room. I like that. I know what time it was. Man, I know what time it was. Y'all shout for that. So, one thing about it, two things for sure. JJ don't play no games.
Man, JJ kicked you in your teeth.
Man, listen, you remember that? Hey, we had that. Remember that time we was upstairs playing pickup, and I ain't gonna say no name, but somebody on our team called JJ a bitch. JJ said,
JJ said, him up in the locker room.
Hey, listen, this real talk.
Him up in the locker room.
This JJ say, hey, you gotta see me after practice. Everybody say, oh shit. Everybody say, oh shit.
You know that's like, man, stall him out, Debo.
No,
man, hold on, man.
Here.
Man, stall him out,
not
man.
Here.
Hey, JJ was already, his mind was made up. He said,
not
here.
F that. Not here. Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Someone tells you they gotta see me after
man, listen.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Listen, JJ's the only person to call me, he was the first person to start calling me like 13. Yeah. Because he told me, he said, man, until you pass the conditioning test, you ain't gonna get your name. So at that point, I was like, man, he different. Yeah. I said, he people with neck tats, you know, all right here and all that. I said, yeah, you off the charts.
Hey, man, listen,
you off your rocker anyway.
Let me tell you something.
Man, listen, that man called that man a bitch. I looked at JJ, I said, man, JJ, don't do that. He said, man, listen, stay out of this. Stay out of this, Bam. I said,
man,
yeah, that's it.
And let me tell you something. And let me tell you something. Like I say, we Hunger Games. Y'all gonna hash that shit out. And that's it after this.
Man, listen.
This ain't gonna carry on for 2-3 days.
I bet there's a long rest of practice for that guy. Hey, what you gonna do after practice?
Oh, man, listen, man.
Nah, man, hold on, man. Because I watched that shit. The funniest part about it, dog, JJ in the balling.
JJ
I'm talking about beating
man.
this man up. Like, he ain't got no kids, no
JJ
family.
lumped that man up quick.
Man, listen. Towels flying. You know our equipment manager, Rob. Shout out Rob, man.
Shout out Rob.
Man, Rob get in there. Hey, man, get away from my towels. you messing up my towels. And I'm just looking at this man balling this man up, and I'm like, damn, man, bro.
Listen.
JJ got done. He said, you all right? And then walked out. Walked out. This man crying, sniffling.
They hugged it out.
They hugged it out.
So he whooped his ass and hugged him and left.
That's
tribute to the show, OG. That's an OG way to do
that's real
business.
shit. Listen, first of all, we ain't calling nobody here. We don't do that. Ain't no bitches in here, so we ain't gonna do that. And secondly, if the man say you got to see him and he want to hold you accountable, listen, I can't help you because if he don't get you today, he gonna get you tomorrow. So I might as well just let y'all get this out. Got it out the way, we moved on. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but JJ real.
I was sitting, you know how you peek around the corner, man. I was sitting there, I was like, damn, he whooping his ass.
He lumped that boy up good.
Where was it? In the locker
room, Jack.
It's just in the locker room.
Well, not the locker room, the other locker room where the shower
was at.
Yeah, so it ain't no carpet in there. Yeah. So he hitting the ground. He ain't getting up. Boom. I'm like, oh,
shit. Listen, they say about JJ, that shit real.
No,
man,
real.
listen.
That shit real. He lumped that man up quick.
Yeah, real.
So this how I knew I wasn't gonna with that man. So one day, we in practice, and somebody, you know, you get a wedgie, so the ball gets stuck in the side of the rim. This man said, "Hey, 13, watch this."
Oh, yes, I remember that shit.
Man, this man did some sumo kick shit.
The man kicked the ball.
Kicked it out the rim. And landed on his 2 feet. I said, nah, man, I'm cool off you, dog.
That's some Kung Fu Theater on Sunday. When I used to grow up and watch that shit on TV.
I said, man, you
ain't nobody doing that.
About 225, 6'8", doing that?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, man, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, you gotta go get that thing for JJ.
You got it. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Nobody works with JJ.
Yeah, I ain't playing with you, man. You get mad enough, I'm cool. He breaking all this. He snapping necks. Motherfucker doing, I'm talking about Bruce Lee moves and shit like that.
But once again, we ain't for everybody. You might have went somewhere else and called somebody else and got away with it. You can't do that here.
Man, listen.
You can't do that here.
Man,
you got to see that man. You got to see that man. That's how we work out here.
Say consequences, repercussions.
Yeah, man. We don't conform to the ways of the world.
Listen.
The ways of the world, people got Twitter fingers and say all kind of shit and there ain't no consequences. You come here with that shit if you want to.
Prevents piss poor performance. Piss poor performance promotes pain.
Pain.
Man, listen.
Got some pain.
Pain. Man, I'm telling you, man, I went around that corner, man. boom, 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 boom. I go around that car. I said, damn, he whooping his ass, dog.
Man,
I'm sitting there.
Y'all heard that shit out.
A real question though. What was the bounce back for the dude that got his ass whooped the next day in practice? He show up like he.
It was
like,
all
yeah.
It was all love. We left that shit right there. It's over with.
Well, he probably ain't leave that shit right there. He probably was making a plan on how he was gonna get his ass back.
Do what? Get his ass whooped again?
Hey, that ain't none of my business.
No, I think he did the best thing he could was left that shit alone.
Man, listen, I don't know, man. You whoop my ass like that. Towel, I'm talking about towels flying, you shoes going everywhere.
He jacked him
I'm
up
talking
good,
about he just
him
whooping him.
That shit was like some Tasmanian devil. You in the Tasmanian devil?
Man, listen.
Around the shit. He spit that motherfucker around the locker room real fast, about 15 good minutes.
Listen, man. That's when I knew I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my teammate for life. He ain't gonna never be on my bad side, man.
Real one.
Remember he was finna get at old buddy in Toronto.
Oh yeah, he ain't want none. Was it Biyombo?
No, Surge. Man, listen.
Surge thought about that. Didn't JJ swing? He might have tried to catch him real quick.
Nah, JJ swung and was finna hit his ass with that left, and I forgot who grabbed it. Somebody grabbed him like this, and I was like, boy, listen.
Yeah,
JJ that left with a left, because it was one of those, you know how when you see him, like sometimes JJ be like, he be playing around like acting like he be sparring, but you know, we don't be fucking with that shit. Yeah. Cause I be like, JJ, go ahead, man, cause you accidentally hit me.
If you hit somebody for real, you gonna hurt him.
Cause you be playing too much. Man, listen, when that man got live, it went for, and that left went, I was like, oh my. I'm sitting on the bench like, oh shit. So after that, you know, JJ short circuit, so he can't let stuff go.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm working on myself. This, that, and the third. I'm gonna beat his ass. And you know you gotta walk past.
You know when motherfuckers start telling you they working on themselves.
You know, but you know in Toronto,
they dangerous.
At halftime, you gotta walk past everybody.
Yeah, right past everybody.
You gotta walk past. We have 4 security guards around this man. Everybody on their bench like this. None of that shit.
Nah, they don't want
I'm talking about everybody just standing there, just watching him go past. Man, listen, I was like, cause you know, you get in a little scuffle like that. You know, teammates gonna say something. Nah, you ain't gonna forward. Man, ain't nobody say one word to JJ when he walked past.
Don't say nothing to JJ.
That man went straight past them. I said, yeah, they don't want none of that smoke.
Nah.
I was watching that man leave. I said, power to him.
I don't want none of that either.
Nah, they don't want none of that. They don't want none of that either. They don't want.
We're gonna skip over this for a second. So Big Shaq says he orchestrated the trade that got you here in 06.
I think he did.
Talk about
at that time. That was the biggest trade in the league.
Yep. 13 players.
13 players. I remember when you came to the Heat. I was excited.
Boy, it was. He came to the crib like, you know, saying like, asked me do I want to play with Miami. I always want to play with Miami, you know, or Orlando. I always try to get to one of them, right? But Miami for sure. And he asked did I want to play with him. For sure. What you got to do? You could tell Pat Riley he can cut my left nut off if he gets that deal done, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he came. You know, got Pat Riley on the phone. We chatted a little bit, and the next thing you know, the next day it happened.
Did you and Pose come to that? Pose was in
Pose
Memphis. Pose came with you, right?
Twan
Pose,
too.
my dog, Pose.
Yeah. So what's funny about that is when we won the joint in 06 in Dallas, we on the floor, doing our thing. Miss Riley come up, put her arm around me, whisper in my ear, "Hey, don't think I ain't forgot about that left nut." I was like, well, put it on out there and get the side.
You only need one anyway.
That's right.
We only need one.
Lance Armstrong proving that.
Hey, listen, you remember after we won that championship?
Of course I remember that.
We'll get into that.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Oh,
We'll get
we're
into
gonna
that
wait.
a little
Okay.
bit later, boy. We had a good old time. We had a good old time.
Oh, man. We stayed in that arena damn near all night.
Man.
That was a big time. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Obviously, D Wade was something else in that series.
So was Antoine Walker.
So was Antoine Walker.
Everybody stepped up big.
At one game, at least some point in one game, everybody did something that needed to be done. I swear, like, I know that sounds cliche, but I swear to God, all 12 dudes did something at some point during that series.
It's like that, though, because we talk about even on ours, like, when you have, obviously you had D Wade and Shaq, right? Like, they're going to handle their business.
Right.
It's the rest of them, like, games 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, those guys are going to win 1 or 2 games by themselves. That's right. Our big three, we're going to win. It's us doing the little shit. Like, y'all had the Antoine Walkers, the U's, UD. Who's up? GP was there, right?
Gary Payton.
Shannon Anderson.
Shannon Anderson. We ain't seen him since we won.
Yeah, I
disappeared in the thin air. Poof.
He did.
We ain't seen him since. I'm talking about literally since the clock hit 0 and threw it up in there. He ain't come to the parade or nothing.
Seriously.
We ain't seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is. Shannon, boy, if you out there, boy, miss you, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't seen that boy since the parade, dog. What was your mindset when we was down 0-2? What you was thinking?
Man, I was just like, we got to get a win somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be tough. I swear, it wasn't looking good.
Game 3 when we was down in the fourth quarter.
We was down in the fourth quarter by like 8 with like 6 minutes to go or something like that.
Yeah, it was tough.
Buddy
I don't
called
know
that
what it
timeout.
was.
What do you call that timeout? In between them free throws, Josh Howard called that timeout. That hurt him.
Yeah.
But they still had a shot at the end to I don't know if it was the tie or the winner at the end.
And that's when D-Wade said I ain't going out like that and the timeout. And
That
then
was flash.
I came out, I got the steal. They tried to throw the elbow pass to Dirk. I got the steal. I got fouled. I made the 2 free throws. I was shooting free throws terribly that game. I made those 2 free throws and kind of went on a little run. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Man.
After we won it. You remember they came to I think I was in your room and you was in my room. You remember they came to pick up our uniforms? They knocked on the door.
And then they skipped over our room, maybe something like that?
We told them to skip over our room because we didn't want to open the door.
Why didn't you guys want to?
Like Cash Money Studios in there. That's why.
We had our luggage in front of the door already. It couldn't get pulled open right then. You know what I'm saying?
We had that like Cash Money Studios in that motherfucker. That's why they couldn't come in and get
I bet we still had our
uniforms.
tape on our feet.
That's really.
I bet you.
What?
We still had our tape on our feet when we was in the room.
Yeah, we got straight to it, Killer.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling than that, though.
Oh, we got straight to it.
I remember Rouse got on the bus, and Buddy with that gave Zoe the kidney was on there with us.
Yeah.
And Rouse was the last one on there. He's usually the first. He got on there. I was waiting. I wanted to get back to the hotel. Everybody drinking, doing their thing. I can't do my thing in the bus. Right?
We can't wait.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get back to the room.
Yeah. Rouse get on there. Anybody got any beer? I said, nah, but we might have something else you want back here. Rouse was great. Rouse was one of the best people ever to work for in that kind of situation, bro.
Oh. Yeah, he was great that night.
Oh, man.
Remember the said, I'm only taking one shirt, one suit, one tie.
One tie.
And we're going to be champions on, what was it, June 20th or July 20th, whatever it was. June 20th.
Yeah.
And we walked out there, and we actually won it on that day.
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker is a prophet.
Yeah, he is.
We won it on that day.
We
won it on that day.
He different.
He is different.
He called that out, and we won it on that mother day.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward. You remember the last day, practice, when everything went motherfucking crazy.
With Shaq and them?
With Shaq and
oh, man.
you.
I think I started it all downstairs.
You did start it. Thank you for admitting that.
Let me rewind.
Thank you for admitting that.
I didn't start it. I was probably the first topic of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
it wasn't my fault though, was it?
I ain't saying it was your fault, but boy,
you know what was that one? Oh, Rouse was yelling at me for
that was like Okie Corral in that.
something, mate. I don't remember what started it though. I'm thinking maybe one time he put me in the game or something, and I didn't shoot the ball or something. He was yelling at me or something, and he took me out, and then he put me back in, and I swear to God, I was like, as soon as I stepped on the floor, the ball came to me, and I had a wide open shot. And I was like, man, skillet. Boy, that went through Rouse, man. I wouldn't do that again if I had a chance. I'm right back out at halftime. You know how he go back in his office? Yeah. We're sitting out in them chairs. Yeah. He's sitting back in his office. He come out with about 10 on the clock, talk to us, and we go back out, whatever. It's about 2 on the clock. He ain't came out yet. I think this was what it was. It started, then the next day in practice.
Yes.
He came out with a brown paper bag, breathing. Got right in my face.
I remember that.
You make me hyperventilate. I'm like, well, Bubs, what? I'm not so sure what you want me to do. Like, what? And then he went to kick. You know how the doors in the locker room got the little flip down on the carpet? He went to kick the joint. Tore his meniscus.
Oh. Up.
So now it's all JWill's fault. All this is JWill's fault. Yeah.
Kick that buff. We ain't see Rouse for 2 weeks. I said, where Rouse? He had to have surgery.
That's right, bro. All cause of me. Because I didn't shoot the ball, dog. But he did something to make me mad, though, Rouse. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was something.
So fast forward to practice the next day.
But I think this might have been a lead up. This is like He has some pent-up anger now at this point.
It was a lot of frustration because the problem with that was we had won the championship the year before, and they sent out memos for everybody to be in shape and to be back in the arena 2 weeks before training camp.
Yep.
Showed up the day before training camp, not 2 weeks before. It was out of shape like. So we already started that season off behind the 8 ball.
Got murked by 51 ring night by the Bulls.
Man, listen, we did not have championship habits. No. we was up. I was here because I lived in Miami, so 2 weeks ahead was easy for me. Yeah. But GP, Antoine Walker, Pose, all them dudes talking about coming back 2 weeks before to start getting in shape.
Earl Barron.
Big Dookie. Remember Earl Big Dookie? What up, boy?
Yeah. He was in scouting team when we was playing the Mavs that year in 06 when we beat him. He was Dirk on the scout team.
That ain't what we called him.
Nah, we called him Dark.
Dark Nowitzki. Dark Nowitzki.
Oh, my God.
Dark Nowitzki.
Dark. Yes, sir.
Hey, so then after that, the next day, so now fast forward, JWill and Riles go through their little shit. And JWill, I ain't never seen nobody foul off on Riles. So they firing off back and forth. And then Shaq and Riles get into it. That's when I just said, you know what? Shaq gonna kill this old motherfucker. Let me just try. Hey, big fella, you'll hurt this. Man, Shaq pushed me out the way, man, like a little shouty, man. I just walked away and went to shoot free throws like with D-Wade. I said, man, I ain't getting into that shit, man. I ain't with that shit. I ain't never had no man handle me like that before in my life, man. I'm a grown-ass man, man. You was not finna be, I ain't gonna hit him. But toss me out the way. I was like, I ain't good with this. But
that's right.
That was the particular day that all went left.
You know what I think started that is I came in that day, and there was a note on my locker. It said, Riles wants to see you in the office. And
by the way, for all y'all back at home, that's a note you don't want.
That's right.
No.
That's a scary, that man had
that's
me
like
some of you don't want it. Some of us don't want it.
That's like the note. That's
you know what I'm saying? Some of us are built for it, some of us ain't. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't want that.
That's like the note on Major League when your ass get cut. Read Major League, the movie where they had that in your locker and you go and you see that in your locker, just get your going on home. Don't even worry about it.
Ron Culp was the one that wrote the letter.
R.I.P. Ron Culp.
That's right. One of the best trainers ever.
It would tape your ankle so tight your knees will swell up.
That's right. That's right. They would. So he wrote the letter, right? On there, boom. I'm usually the first one at practice damn near every day, usually. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I knew that wasn't Riles' writing. So I'm like, I'm not going up there. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a grown-ass man, dog. If he want to talk to me, he comes, hey, come see me, bro, and I'll gladly go up there. So I ain't know nothing. I'm up there shooting. And Riles don't ever come out on the practice court till like 5-10 minutes before the start. He out there 50 minutes before, man. Walking around the circle like
he ready for war.
Oh, you're ready. And I already know, man. I'm like, oh man, gonna go down. I wish I wouldn't have done it now. Like, damn, why couldn't I? This would have been over with. But here we go, man. So we bring it in. Blah, he brought us in. He pointed right at you. You can leave. Shaq was like, nah. And I was like,
that's when it started.
That's when it started.
Shaq said, don't go no well.
So I'm like, what? I'm me. I'm like, who am I? Like, I gotta go. That's Pat Riley. I gotta go. He told me to go. I'm finna get my ass up out of here. So I'm walking, muzzling on over there. It's that big old square thing of bubble gum on wheels. Yeah. I'm like, I'm so mad. I'm gonna pick this bell. I'm gonna sling it right at everybody over there. But I'm gonna pick that bitch up. That weighed 10 million pounds, bitch. I'm like, whoa. So now I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, so I just push it over. Gum go flying everywhere. It's like everywhere. So I'm just down in the shower. I'm in the shower, right? Doing my thing. And all I hear is like a herd of elephants like coming down the stairs. Like, are they coming to whoop my ass or what now? But it's like, they're going, Shaq, no, get your clothes on. You ain't leaving long. You ain't leaving long. And they done went through all this. He done talking about, he done slung UD up out of the way. Excuse me, sir, get up out of there. Big Zoe, like, no, yeah, Big Zoe. Get on next thing you know, Big Zoe and GP down there playing horse with Buddy.
Yeah, listen, ain't nobody want another big fella.
No, sir.
Ain't nobody want another big fella when you got mad.
You know what's on big fella?
Riles was with the smoke.
Yeah, what you
Riles was with the smoke.
Yes, sir.
Riles told Riles slapped Shan, get your fucking finger out of my
That's right.
face. I said, I'm finna kill him.
Yeah, he is.
He finna kill him.
But goddamn it, Pat Riley would have died that day fighting.
He was with it.
God.
And that's that day when I realized I had the most. I already had respect for Riles, but that day I was like, okay,
all of it.
He with
yes, sir.
I ride for Riles,
bro.
I ride for Riles.
Yeah, man. What a day.
The first one, It says Udonis Haslem. By the way, I love it. They're calling Udonis Haslem.
I don't like when people call me my whole name.
For the
Don't
folk
do
at home,
that.
it's a UD, man.
Yeah, I don't respond to that.
Were there temptations to play for another team? I know you're Mr. 305. That's actually a really good question because you're from here. You got to play your whole career here, 20 seasons here. But it's still a business. At what point was there ever a point where you're like, dog, I'm out of here?
Hell yeah.
Okay, talk to him.
Hell yeah.
All right, be real then.
Hell
What's
yeah.
up?
I mean, when the big three came. You took some of my money, motherfucker.
No,
you
I gave it back, motherfucker.
You took some of my money. They ain't had no money for me, so they paid your ass. That's what the fuck happened. I was about to get the fuck up out of here. Everybody know that.
Hey,
I was when the big three. I tell the motherfucking story.
You know what my call was?
What?
I ain't coming. If it's gonna take UD out of here, I ain't coming.
Well, good.
Oh, we can have a great story about this. We'll do this next podcast.
Good.
We're rolling out.
Good. Because I don't know if we have. I don't know.
That's actually a really good story.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody has a role.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a role. I think obviously we had the big three, and they were great at what they did. But if not for the little 12, if we don't have the little 12, we don't win those rings.
No doubt.
You had your moments. Shane had his moments.
doubt.
I had my moments.
Ray
had his. Everybody had a fucking moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, obviously we had the big three, but without the little 12, we don't win that. So for me, obviously, they didn't have no fucking money. You know what I'm saying? They offered me the minimum, which at I was 28, 29. That's blasphemy.
What is it?
Blasphemy, motherfucker.
One more time?
Blasphemy. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, this is at the prime where I'm hitting doubles and shit. I think as an NBA player, they say you peak and you reach your prime around 28.
Yeah.
So this is when I'm averaging doubles. So actually, when I told me they didn't have no money, I'm on my way down to the arena to look Riles in his eye and say thank you. Because at the end of the day, when people didn't give me an opportunity, you believe. So it was going to be a quick conversation. Thank you, coach. I appreciate it, but there's no way fucking way I can take a minimum right now.
Who took your money?
By the time
Who took your money?
You motherfucker. You know who took it.
I didn't take your
That's
money.
where everybody listen. Everybody. Once again, that was around the time where basketball was becoming positionless. You know what I'm saying, and everything became about pace and space, and nobody wanted a mid-range jump shooter anymore. Until the Eastern Conference Finals. There you needed me. You want to win, put you in. That's what you do, Jack. You want to win, put you in. That's what you do, Jack. But I was on my way down there, and then when I got to when I pulled up to the arena, my agent, my late great Henry Thomas, called me, and he said, before you go in there, just wait a second. I'm on the phone with Riles. I think we might get something worked out. So obviously it started off with D Wade. He made a phone call to Bron, and he made a phone call to Chris Bosh. And he said, hey, man, if we're going to win a championship, I think this is the guy that's going to be, important to us, and we're going to need this guy. Shout out Bron, shout out CB. They ain't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? So for me, they didn't know me. I guess just reputation alone was based off the decision that they made. But, you know how I am, loyal to the soil. I had to make sure I get them boys their money worth.
You gave to them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That was an unbelievable locker room we had there, man.
Great locker room.
I'm glad you did it.
Like, come on, bro. I don't even want to bring other people. let me just chill, bro. Before I start.
Hey, listen. No, go ahead, dog. Preach, because I ain't gonna lie. I got a list a mile long, and I keep a chip on my shoulder.
Hear me out, bro. I had so many opportunities to play. I remember I would have played every game if it didn't come to coach's decision. I got tired of seeing did not play, coach's decision. I didn't even know what that was until I got to the league, and I'm like, bro. I mean, I always played in the games when I was in high school, college. I played. I never sat the bench. So that was a new thing for me. I had to deal with that and cope with that and learn, like, you know what? When my time comes, I want to show them. That's why I stay ready. That's why I was like, you know what? When my time comes, I'm going for, like, when I get a chance, I'm going for 40. I'm going for 40 against whoever I'm playing against. Whoever that guy on the other side, I'm going to cook him. And then you got to put the starter in. Then I'm going to cook you. And then it's like, I'm going to go just down the line. And that's how I felt over the years, you know what I'm saying? So guys like, when I see guys like Ben Simmons, like, you don't want to play? Like, not saying that like, you could be hurt, okay, cool, but bro, not to get paid $40 million and not play no games last year or whatever it was, that's my whole $40 million. I would be happy. What? Coach, what you want me to do for $40 million? For a career, not in 1 year, for a career, coach. Who you want me to guard? I'll guard Shaq. Who? You want me to go in there and foul who? Coach, I can stop this Draymond. You want me to go stop this right now, coach, in the game? I can stop that right now, bro. Like, bro, for real, what we talking about? $40 million.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The way you talking right now. If I wasn't so fat and old, I'd go down to Lifetime Fitness and cook somebody. The way you talking to me right now.
done made you a monster,
Let's
dog.
go hoop, dog. Let's go hoop.
The chip makes you a monster.
Hey, let's start our OGs. Let's go hoop against all these LA fitness dudes. And let's go cook them. I'll come with y'all.
All right,
We know we got buckets and we got rebounds.
We good. Exactly. We got
your spot.
shooters.
Yeah, hey, just drive and kick.
You just get to your spot. We got buckets, we got rebounds. You get to your spot, dog.
Oh, man.
Hey, so you're in New York. You're in New York. I think it's year 2 you get in the dunk contest?
My first year. My first year.
year
I got
two?
in it. Yeah, my first year. My rookie
So
year.
So you win the dunk contest your rookie year?
Yeah, man. See, listen, I got a lot to talk about that too, man. And shout out to Matt McClung because he's representing getting the opportunity of a lifetime. He doesn't even understand it's an opportunity of a lifetime because when I was in the league, they wasn't letting guys do what he's doing. There was no way in hell that they were gonna let a guy that wasn't in the league come and do the dunk contest. That's crazy because my year when they were telling me I wasn't gonna be able to be in the dunk contest if I didn't get a dunk in the game. They was like, we don't know if you can dunk. I'm like, what do you mean? Because there's no social media. We didn't have none of that yet. It was off of, what you did in college. Oh, that's all college highlights. Like, we haven't seen you dunk in the league. So, I'd be in the game like, coach, I need to get a dunk. I need to be in the dunk contest during the week. I'm like, can you put me in the game so I can get a dunk? I just need one dunk. And then I got it. I got my first dunk against Miami. Channing Frye gave me a little bounce pass, and I dunked on Pose. Was it Posey? I think Pose tried to come and block my shot, and I just little dunk on.
Hey Nate, so you just remember everything from high school to college to the pro.
And I got photographic memory, bro, especially when it comes to my highlights.
I clearly.
Yeah, I remember everything. You have to, bro, because like you said, some people are gonna forget about me one day. I won't forget about myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna forget about Nate Robinson one day. I'ma always know what I did, and I'ma respect myself for that.
What'd you always say?
You got to be in tune with your star player, Nate Rob. Always.
Yeah, bro.
Got to be in tune with your star player, dog. All times.
T.O. said it best back in the day when he said, "I love me some me. I do." You look at this camera. I love me.
What's up?
I love me, bro. For real. Straight up. Y'all might hate me, but I love me. Straight up.
As you should. As you should.
Hey, so you end up winning, like I said, 3 times.
Yes.
Just as hard as that is to do. I mean, we can't listen. The normal fans we're never going to be able to put into words how hard that is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, but as a person who mastered the finger roll and the floater like myself, talk about where the dunk contest is right now. Because what can they do now?
How many 3-time winners are there?
None. I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one now. But what they're trying to do, they're trying to make McClung be the next one for sure. They're gonna have to. That's what they're gonna try to do, unless Zion or who else? What's Buddy's name? John Morant. Unless somebody like that comes in and does the dunk contest and changes the game, because these guys are actually, they're like the McClung that really got balance. They really can do these dunks. It's only a certain amount of guys that can NBA that can do it. You seen the guys that got in the dunk contest. Yeah, you can dunk, but you can't dunk contest dunk. There's only a certain amount of guys that can do that type deal. You know what I'm saying? So now where the dunk contest is going, I mean, now what they might as well just go out and get all the YouTubers, all the influencers that are doing it, and let them represent the NBA teams. That's the only way it's gonna get popping. You heard it here first. We gotta go out and get the rest of the guys that are doing triple backflips, double between the legs, dunks on YouTube, bring them in, give them a jersey, say you're representing your honorary Warriors, Knicks, Bulls, whoever, and you put them and let them dunk against each other, and that's how you gonna have a dunk contest, and it'll be the team.
You better honorary your ass somewhere else besides Miami.
Hey, listen, man, that's how it's gotta be.
Honorary yourself somewhere else besides Miami. Don't bring your ass here with that.
That's how it's gotta be, bro. That's the only way to dunk
I'm
contest.
vice president of player development. We do not develop YouTubers. Get your ass from around here.
That's the only way that's the dunk contest is gonna be popping.
Not on my watch, damn it. It'll be a cold day in hell.
You don't develop YouTubers.
Ice cold day in hell. With a brewski.
With a brewski.
And the devil making a martini. Before a YouTuber come down here and put on the Heat jersey. Me.
He said he worked too hard to put on that Heat jersey. He ain't giving it to no YouTuber.
Too much blood, sweat, and tears for these motherfuckers.
I feel. He asked me what is it gonna take for him to get better on the dunk contest. This is the only way, bro. It's the only way.
Hey,
or cancel the dunk contest. Cancel the dunk contest and have the one-on-ones, the one-on-one phase. That's what we want to see.
Ooh, one-on-one be dope.
The one-on-one phase will be lit. I love to see that.
I don't think nobody gonna beat KD though. I don't think nobody gonna beat KD.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, they I don't. That's a tough.
Who does? Hey, listen, while we're in it, who wins the one-on-one All-Star game?
The one-on-one game.
KD.
I might too.
KD's definitely going to be in the finals for sure. Paul George might get up in there. He got one-on-one. He can score one-on-one fades. Paul George would be nice. Ant-Man will be in there.
You might have to throw Kawhi in there too, though.
Yeah, because he got lockdown. He can score. It depends on how many dribbles. Are we doing unlimited or 3, or is there a second shot clock? Like
three dribbles, Nate. 3 dribbles.
I mean, old school like that. I'm 3 dribbles, but you might have to do a shot clock because some guys need more than 3 dribbles.
Nah, they can't play.
See, back in the day, I would have loved for a guy like Jamal Crawford to be an all-star just to see him go ones with people, because that would be unbelievable.
Over. Ooh. Jamal Crawford would have won it.
Somebody would have got hurt out there. He would have hurt somebody.
Even with 3 dribbles, he's tough. Because I like, you know, he coaches his son's team, and they practice at our high school that we grew up playing at, Rainier Beach. Shout out to Rainier Beach High School. And Maul still plays. He plays one-on-one. You know, we get in the drills and we play one-on-ones and we do ones with the kids. And he's still frying kids at 44 years old, frying a high school kid.
I'm telling you, Nate. I'm not good with numbers, but there's a pretty good chance that Mike Miller fouled Jamal Crawford more than any other person in NBA history. Because every time I was on that island, boop, you're gonna take that shit out on the side.
That's
brother.
funny.
You ain't for the dance
funny.
on me.
Oh man, he had all that. I remember he dropped 50 on us in the guard.
Oh yeah, I was there.
There's one out there right now that's been being talked about.
Hit me with it.
That's being talked about.
Hit me with it.
And I know you're going to give me your take on it, and it's going to be a real take.
Hit me with it.
It's the Draymond Green scenario and this saga that's going on, everything Draymond Green.
Where my camera at? That's
Your
my
camera's right there, brother.
Draymond, boy, you out of pocket. Boy, you out of pocket, and you know it. I with Draymond, man. It's only so many warriors in this league, guys that, you know what I'm saying, gonna take that tech, gonna take that foul, and protect their teammates. But we don't start that shit. We don't start it. We ain't bullies. We don't look for it. We don't initiate it. We are guys that prevent it. We are guys that protect our teammates. You know what I'm saying? We never looking for it. We never starting, and we ain't running out choking them up. We ain't karate chopping people in the temple. On the, you know what I'm saying? On the humbug. I seen that same move on Kung Fu Theater last Sunday. So we ain't doing that. So, man, I got a lot of respect for Draymond, man. But right now, Draymond tripping. It's another thing, man. For me, people think he crazy. I think he's smart because he know who he fucking with. You know what I'm saying? He know who he fucking with. He choked that Gobert. He was Jurkic. He fucking up people that really ain't gonna do nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So like,
he's not crazy. He's smart.
In reverse, he actually got some sense.
So he's smart crazy.
He's smart crazy.
Yeah.
Or he crazy smart.
Oh, crazy smart.
Crazy smart. That's what he is. He crazy smart. I mean, Jordan Poole, come on, man, young fella.
Yep.
At the end of the day, man, we here to guide these young fellas in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
They gonna make mistakes. They gonna say crazy shit, but they young. You imagine me swinging on Hero?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a bad look.
I'd take a long walk on the short pill. I'd never forgive myself. I'd never forgive myself.
Take a long walk
I'd
on
never
the short
forgive
pill.
myself if I swung on Hero. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he's so important to those guys too. That's what's crazy. Like,
I mean, I'm sure a lot of these young guys around the league are looking at Draymond like, yo, come on, man, we look up to you. I mean, I realized that, you know, more of you guys like me when I stopped playing. Obviously, the competitive side had left, and I was more of a mentor. But I got reached out through Instagram and social media by a lot of young guys in this league, just looking for guidance, looking for advice, having questions, how to survive, what to do, how to be professional, how to get to reach their full potential. So with that being said, I'm sure Draymond probably got those same text messages of these young guys reaching out. So right now, these young guys looking at you like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he got into it with Donovan Mitchell. One of the nicest young guys in this league, man. Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna throw right side of the head. He's not gonna bother nobody. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Draymond picking and choosing who he fucking with, and he tripping, and you know he out of pocket. Hopefully he'll, you know, tighten that shit up. And you know, I hear a lot of people talking about accountability, man. And I think, you know, it's a double-edged sword, because when you got a guy like Draymond, you got to let him run. You got to let him be himself. You know what I'm saying? You feed off that energy. You feed off that competitive nature. So guys like that can fuel you. You know what I'm saying? They can infuse your locker room. But then you got to reel his ass in and slow him down a little bit. And that's probably most people on that.
Make you laugh, make you cry.
The same shit make you laugh, make you cry.
I mean, he takes it to certain levels, and obviously never taken it to these levels. And
yeah.
You know, a lot of it just happens to do. You know, obviously it means so much to that team. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. But I think you're right on the take. And one of the guys that he did choke out recently is Rudy Gobert.
Out of pocket.
Yeah.
First of all, where was his teammates?
Yeah.
That's my problem. Where the fuck was everybody else at? I'm seeing Cat grabbing Gobert. Gobert is already getting choked, cat. He don't need nobody else grabbing on him.
But
you know what I'm saying? My problem would have been with everybody in that motherfucking locker room.
Yeah.
When I got back,
Yeah,
except for Ant-Man. I fuck with Ant-Man. And I know Ant-Man with that smoke. He's smart, but he with that smoke. When he got it to with Draymond, he looked at Draymond, man, ain't nobody fucking talking. Ain't nobody studying you, man. Go on with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on that team I'd have had a problem with, you know what I'm saying, except for Ant-Man. But
we don't want to take that away from what Minnesota's doing. You get dismissed from Florida after what, 20 games?
17.
17 games. 17 games.
Damn, that's it?
Should have been 14, but I got suspended the first 3 of the season.
He's still a Gator.
Oh, no.
He's still a Gator.
He's a legend. So what happened? What happened? What was the deal?
Man, shoot. They just didn't see, they didn't like my extracurriculars. You know what I'm saying?
Now we talking.
You know what I'm saying?
You got him sitting up now.
Now we talking.
But what it was is like, you know what I'm saying? I was cool with the football boys. They had the same extracurriculars, but they didn't ever get in trouble. Yeah. But I'm thinking they was winning national championships and shit, so.
Ain't no rules for playmakers.
Winning cures everything.
You damn right. They ain't no rules
cures
for
it
playmakers.
all. They driving Lex trucks and Beamers and shit like that. Here, my is with a boot on it, little Chevy Cavalier.
My dog had a boot on it for a minute too.
Yeah,
we all had a fake boot.
We all had those boots. We all had those.
Yeah, even y'all had boots.
Oh man, I had a boot on.
That makes me feel a little bit better now.
Listen, I had never heard the term left-hand cigarette before. Until Billy was talking about JWill.
We had a coach on here. He said you like the left-hand cigarette.
I say, we just call it.
Right.
Billy was like, he liked to smoke them left-hand cigarettes.
That's right. First time I heard it was he said the same thing to me.
I never heard what that is.
That's what he said. Like, I failed the second test at Florida. You're supposed to fail 3 before you get kicked off. You know what I'm saying? But he told me after the first one, it was fair. He told me if I failed another one, he's going to kick me off. I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. That's coming. I just hope I get a couple more games into me. But it's happening, But yeah, that happened. He pulled me into the office, bro, and like, he had the mesh bag, we put all the gear in, the laundry bag.
Damn.
He had all my shit out of my locker already in that.
Damn.
Yeah, picked that up, slung that bone hit. I'm like, well, damn, dog.
We ain't seen this side of it.
No, I like that.
I never seen that.
And
that's when he said the first thing about left-handed cigarettes, that's what you're going to choose. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I ain't never smoked a cigarette in my life. Like, never, dog. Like, what is he talking about? And then I finally, he was mad, dog, like, mad, like. And then I finally figured out what he was talking about. He was like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what my dad gonna say. My dad's a state policeman. Yeah. What are you gonna? I'm more embarrassed not for me, not for you, not for anybody, but my dad got to go to work and face his friends, bro, the state police. That every day they talk about weed or they talk about drug, da. Now he got to face that music. Like, damn, I'm worried about that. But got to face it. It's happening, right? I'm like, I don't know. My dad gonna let me come back and stay there or what? I don't know. I don't know.
So what happened?
He said, you can come live with me. And I was like, man, that's dope, but I know I'm keeping them left-hand cigarettes in my pocket. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So one thing led to another. Nick Anderson I got to play a game against Florida State at the Orlando Magic Arena.
Yep. Okay.
And he saw me play, and I hooped. I guess I played good. And he told his agent, and the next thing I got a call from his agency. And then I moved in with him in Orlando and started working out for the pre-draft workouts and stuff like that.
Oh.
Were you expecting to go 7?
No, not really. Not when all that went down. I expected to play in the NBA somehow, some way. But no, I mean, I hadn't played against nobody. I hadn't played against anybody. But my guys at Florida, that's the best players I ever played against. Eddie Shannon, Kenyon Weeks, Major Parker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, MP.
There was a Brent Wright. These dudes was the best dudes that I've ever seen in my life. I played AAU and things like that, but where I played AAU wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like Mike team.
Yeah, kind of like that.
He ain't seen nothing like that until he came to Florida.
Yeah.
And I ain't never seen nothing like that till I seen him.
Bro.
He had to rebound and pass it to himself.
I like that. I like that.
He had to do everything.
I like that.
Yeah, he had to do everything.
Like Bugs Bunny. pitch, catch, and hit that bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When I came back to Miami, it's just like how Mike said, what his brother said about you. When I came back to Miami, I said, I seen this, and we ain't heard about this kind of shit, but I seen a unicorn. This can go. I had never seen it before. I heard it was white guys out there that can hoop. I just ain't never seen nothing in Miami.
Never
you got
seen
black and Latino. That's all you gonna get down here.
Of all the years you played, give me your list of your 5 toughest covers.
5 toughest. Rip Hamilton.
And they're all probably for different reasons. Rip, just conditioning-wise and locking in. Like, he never stopped.
Because I had to guard him, even though Reggie would guard him.
Yep.
But it always came back to me. And then at this point, I said, okay, guys, my track shoes are on. I'm not going to have no energy for offense.
And that team was nice.
You hear that?
5 All-Stars.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
My track shoes are on. Yeah. Whatever I got to do for the team, young kids at home. Whatever I got to do for the team, young kids at home to win.
That is so good.
That's what I'm willing to do.
I had nothing. I couldn't do nothing else.
Bring that shit back. What do you say?
My track shoes is on.
Whatever I have to do to win. I love
I know
that.
Rip. You know Rip.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I had to check him, too. That wasn't no fun.
Oh, my goodness.
That was
he
5
come off
miles.
that tight curl
was
in
5
the
miles.
mid-range.
My goodness.
Then you got to chase him back.
And the hardest part about that, not to cut you off, but the hardest part about that is you got Sheed, the one setting it. So as a
And
big,
Ben.
you got a
And
hedge.
Ben.
And Ben.
Yeah, but with me, it was Sheed, so I had the
Sheed,
hedge,
yeah, that was
and
the
Sheed would
problem.
pop back to the 3.
Yeah.
So now I got a hedge on Rip coming off that floppy,
They
try to
ran
get a
that-
hedge,
they ran that-
and then get back to
they ran
Sheed,
that
who's
damn-
popped back to the 3.
that damn
And he's
Iverson
shooting
did
that
that
7 foot
floppy.
up top.
Yeah.
Let Iverson do a floppy. You were hitting.
Oh,
you
man,
got
that was
hit
such
9
a tough
times before
cover.
he even touched the rock.
Oh, that was such a tough
You had
cover.
to-
So Rip's one of them.
Rip won. I would say LeBron. I'll put LeBron 2 because we built similar, about the same weight. You know, I think he's a little heavier maybe, but he jumped higher and he's way faster. And he's smart.
Yes.
And so but he had too many different tools, and that was tough. I would say Kobe on LeBron's side. Kobe might be up there.
Well, you don't have to put them in order. Just 5
in
guys.
order.
5 guys, yeah.
Kobe
It's
mentally
hard
won.
to do that. They're all different reasons.
All different reasons. Kobe mentally wore on you.
Yeah.
Kobe not gonna just give up. You ain't gonna just punk Kobe.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you work.
So obviously I was never known as a defender. let's put that out there, okay? But I think the thing that was with Kobe, because like I said, all these are different, right? Like Rip, you knew track shoes on. We're at least going 5 miles tonight. That's what you had.
For sure.
LeBron was downhill at you all the time. Are you going to take that beat tonight?
Right.
Kobe was what you said, the mental side. Like I always felt like I'm playing decent defense.
For
like,
sure.
Come on, man. Like what the hell am I supposed to do, man? Like so he was demoralizing. Like you said, you had to be mentally your endurance mentally had to be ridiculous.
For sure.
Because he was going to get you for 50. He was trying to get 50 on you every night.
Yo, my goal was not to let him get over 40.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, but that's
You know?
that's the feeling.
Yeah, I'm like,
He was
Kobe had
unbelievable.
40 on me maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
It was mostly 32s, 35s. You know?
That's crazy.
But my goal was like, how can I keep him?
No doubt.
So I got to keep working. I'm not gonna stop working.
Yeah.
So that's 3 guys.
'Cause if you stop working, that's 60.
Yeah, he gonna
That's
keep. He gonna keep going.
Yeah, he ain't shutting
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, he gonna keep going.
Incredible. That's 3.
Yep, that's 3.
So I said Jordan.
MJ.
Jordan was older, but you can tell he was nice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell you played against Jordan.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't catching, but I watched him.
Caught him.
Oh, you watched
He
him?
had him.
Oof.
He came out early.
You caught him his last season?
I caught him the last 2.
Okay, so that second season before the last one, Jordan was nice.
He was, and he was still getting that. Huh? Huh? Oh yeah.
And then I would say,
Part of it for me too, like guard. It was like, damn, I'm guard Jordan.
That black
I was
cat.
19, 20 years old.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was nice. And I would say,
Melo, one of those guys.
I would say, I didn't really have many problems with a lot of players, honestly, but if I had to say 5, that's hard to say.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
People did their thing,
Yeah.
but it wasn't, at one point in time, I was really comfortable. I didn't have to do much to stop people, but yeah.
I get it. No, I get it for sure. For sure.
There's another question on here. I didn't even know it happened. It says fan question. Why'd you hit Harden?
Well, that was shout out to Harden. I like Harden. So
When did this happen? Hold on, dumb this down for me.
this is maybe 2014. So I was playing very well. because as a Laker, I was averaging 8 points my first year. You know, it wasn't a lot of shots. So I had one particular season where I was averaging 12. That's like averaging 20.
Well, you ain't getting those shots.
That's like average. I was having a great season. I was playing against OKC, and I had 16 in the first half. I was cooking. Had a couple dunks, and I had about 3 dunks that game. So I never dunked really, I hardly ever. So I was super excited.
That makes 2 of us. Go ahead.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I got this weak dunk stretched all up, you know, and I banked it. And then, so as I dunked it, I got really excited.
Oh,
you know,
I remember
in the
that.
arena, like. So then Harden, and this is why Harden don't really probably talk about this, but he was following me. So I'm dunking to the crowd,
Yeah.
and Harden's coming and he shoved me in my back. So at this point, it wasn't a hard shove, but I was trying to say like, you know, get up off me. You know what I mean? And then I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then unfortunately it was Harden, and you know, luckily it wasn't a bad blow.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, it looked bad.
Yeah, you look back.
It looked bad.
Well,
It looked bad. It looked bad.
I remember that.
I ain't seen it.
But it looked like he made a ton of contact, but it was no knots.
Yeah,
on
there's no
nobody's
knots.
head. You know what I mean? But it looked like it.
No hickeys on his head. No hickeys on his head.
Hey, that leads me to that Isaiah Stewart stuff that just happened. Eubanks and Isaiah Stewart. You
I
said
ain't seen
something-
the footage, so I don't know.
I ain't seen it yet either, but you said something to me before we got on here that caught me off guard. You said, which I thought was hilarious, by the way, it's better to hit him on the floor than off the floor.
I learned it's better to be on the floor. If I could take the brawl back, I would have just fought Ben on the floor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been suspended for a year. and you know, I'd much rather have a 5-game suspension than the 82-game suspension.
Yeah.
Do you think that going to that? Do you think that suspension was warranted? Do you think 82 games was warranted?
I think they was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody ever saw, you know, somebody protect
The
themselves.
first thing that happens all the time is the worst. Always.
Yeah, I think they're like, what? They had to do it. They had no choice. Now, I don't think it was fair, but I also think they didn't have a choice.
By the way,
I look back at it.
By the way, a Ben Wallace Ron Artest fight would have been freaking pay-per-view.
Yeah,
That'd have been,
I'm
I'm telling you
don't
right
want to see
now,
that.
I don't want to see you.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all.
like Ben, man.
Which leads us to your prize picks, UD.
Oh yeah, Prize Picks top 5 enforcers by OGUD.
Don't DM you.
Yeah, first and foremost, we're gonna go with the OG Charles Oakley.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oak with that smoke still today.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
You would not.
Yes, he is.
You better not run up on Oak with that still today.
Nope.
Like,
I was playing a video game. Oak was my vet. So I'm playing a video game, 2K, getting ready for the game. I was in a slump.
This is Chicago.
It's in Chicago. I was in a slump, so I'm trying to get myself mentally out the slump. So I'm playing with myself. I'm like, damn, he nice. So I get into the game. I'm playing well in the game. I'm like, I'm nice. Look, I'm nice. So one day I was playing. Oak smacked me in the back of the head. He's like, I'm like, who? Oh, that was Oak. Why you smack me? You were playing on games before the game. I said, I'm trying to get ready for the game. He smacked me in the back of the head again. That was the last of me playing video games.
Hey, man, this is too good. He said I was struggling, so I was playing myself in a video game, getting myself gassed up.
I'm balling. I'm hooping. I'm
For
hooping.
sure.
That's some
I couldn't wait to see a shot go down. I was like, yeah.
That's some genius right there. That's some genius.
Oh man.
Oh, my God.
Two. I'm gonna go with Ron Artest.
That's right.
Obviously. 3.
That's right.
Ben Wallace. 4. UD.
That's right.
5. We'll go James Johnson.
James Johnson.
James is a day.
I like it.
With my dog JJ.
I like
Real.
I might put him number 1, honestly.
This ain't in no particular
don't
order.
No,
Okay,
we don't
okay,
do
This
order.
ain't in no particular order. No, that shit real for sure. I see it in action. I see Jay put hands on the.
Be quiet about it, too.
was
You gotta tell Matt about that story with
It
James.
was quick. Well, we in the jungle with the heat, man. We let people get off their chest. Like you said earlier, you got to get it out so we can move on. So we playing upstairs, we playing pickup, and JJ and one of the guys going at it, and the dude called JJ.
Ooh.
JJ looked at him and said, "You got to see me after practice." That's all JJ said.
That's all he said to him, though.
When somebody give you a one-liner like that, they mean it. You got to see me after practice. We were like, we all heard JJ got that going, but we ain't really know. So I say, listen, y'all gonna get this out. We gonna hash it out. It was me and D-Wade. We said, y'all gonna get that over with, man. So we ain't coming to practice tomorrow, beefing. We ain't gonna, y'all can go downstairs. Man, listen here. That fight lasts about 33 seconds, Ron. JJ might have hit his ass on the head 33 times in 33 seconds. A second of blow.
Who was that?
One of our young fellas, man. He woke young fella ass up. Yeah, I won't put young fella out there. I love young fella. He know who it is. Man, JJ pulled that boy ass up so quick, broke it up. JJ, the little bloody nose, whatever. I say, now y'all hug that out and that over with. They hugged that out and that over with. We moved on, but I seen firsthand that is real.
Man, that heat culture different.
Listen, it's a little bit of street culture too. No, heat culture. It's a little bit of street culture. But what I did know is JJ wasn't gonna let that man call him and get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I did know for sure. You know, as a captain, understanding that it's better to kind of get this situation over with so we can move forward than to just let it carry on throughout the season and now we got issues in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? If they could have let Jordan Poole and Draymond square off in the ring and get it out, might have been able to save the season.
Yeah, probably wouldn't last very long there.
Oh my God, yeah.
Draymond would have wore his ass out.
But I'm telling you, what if,
probably would have wore him out, but I'm just saying it would have got over with.
What if young fella, you have 45 minutes left in practice, and JJ looks at you and says, "You have to see me after practice." That man wouldn't the rest of practice, I guarantee.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Young fella ain't back down.
For real? Really?
No, he didn't back down. Yeah, he was with
it. Just didn't end well.
Yeah, it just didn't end well, but he didn't back down.
Yeah, shout out to young fella.
Yeah, he ain't back down.
For real.
Yeah, he ain't back down. He took his like a man too. Yeah, he hugged it out, he took it like a man.
Next day was like nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Well, you know that growing up in the hood all the time, you fight with your homeboys and y'all get up next day and play ball like nothing ever happened.
Sure.
Yeah, that's how you build bond. That's bonding. We call that bonding in the hood, Killer.
Yeah, man, you get bonding.
That's bonding.
That's just bonding.
Hey,
yeah, that's bonding.
We didn't bond like that in South Dakota, Meta. We didn't bond like that.
You gotta get it out, man.
Yeah, you gotta get it out.
We can't hold a grudge too long.